book review is going to be on Shiver by this lady. I gotta say, I think that this book was very well written. It gave almost a sense of poetry as you were reading it. Every word seemed to be very carefully selected, as opposed to a lot of other books I read. I'm just like, she could have put that another way, or he could have, you know, used this word instead. And I think that Maggie did a really great job of doing that. And I think that also stems from the fact that lyrics play a big role in the book as well. One of the main characters and narrators of the book was a bit of a lyricist, so I think that that definitely reflects back on it too. The physical book itself I don't have because I gave it back to the girl I borrowed it from, but the writing itself was blue, and when I first looked at it I'm like, oh, that is going to bug me the entire time, but it was a dark enough shade that I felt like it was okay, and it was actually a really nice touch and something unique that you will remember about that book. The actual story itself I didn't think I was going to like, because I do find paranormal romance quite off-putting, but this was put in a way that was different and unique and not so cheesy that you wanted to throw up while reading, which would have been quite disgusting. So there were some moments where I was a little bit like, really? But I think for that genre it is definitely a big departure and very, very good. And I did enjoy this book quite a lot. However, not as much as some of my friends who had previously read it and were raving about it to me said I was going to. As far as character development goes, I thought that the characters of Grace and Sam were both unique and believable, as believable as a werewolf can be. I thought that the attention to detail when describing the differences between being a wolf and being a person and how they view the world was very interesting, and definitely a topic I hadn't really seen touched on in any other literature. This is going to be kind of a short review because I don't have much memory left on my memory card, but I just think it was very good. It was well written, which I think overall is what I really look for when I'm reading a book. It was engaging, it had a bit of action in it towards the end, and you really did feel for the characters, and it did leave it open-ended, so I look forward to reading the sequel, Linger, in the near future.